Really prepared. Again, I can talk about Dragon Ball forever. And I will. More, probably this right now. Because my thing is, I can talk about Dragon Ball Z the same way. I love Dragon Ball Z. My favorite, like, villain of Dragon Ball Z, I want to say, is probably Cell. I'll kick you to death. Get away from me. Woman. Oh! What am I? Okay, anyway. My thing is, my favorite part about Cell was not even, like, you know, the stuff that Team 4 Star did with him, or just the general cool stuff that you see Cell get into. My favorite thing about Cell is his intro. It is like the most horror that you'll ever see from Dragon Ball. Ever. Because what you get is the very first thing you see with Piccolo. The very first thing you see with Cell is, funnily enough, it is with Piccolo, but the very first thing you hear about him is that you hear about disappearances in like East, West, and South City. I got those directions wrong, mind you. My favorite part about Cell was Android 16 dying. Jesus Christ. Cell did have kind of a comeback, but I know what you mean. Anyway, you see, like you hear about in West City and East City, that there are disappearances. Of like people just disappearing. And you see a bunch of clothes strewn across the ground and like the like little video like TV that Master Roshi has. And you're like, okay, that's super weird. Why are people disappearing? Why are people's clothes just strewn about? Then you see Krillin, Tien, Piccolo, Yamcha, and a couple other people. I don't think Yamcha is actually. But like, you see these Z fighters have a search party to go find Cell to lower the amount of more casualties or missing people. Because if they're just missing, great, we can get them back. But if they are not missing and they are dead, the Dragon Balls are going to have to go crazy here. Anyhow, the first person to find anything is Piccolo. And again, we love Piccolo. Oh, shit. We love Piccolo. Piccolo's one of the, at the time, was my favorite character before like Future Trunks really got his you know, got his sense into me. But also because I loved Roshi way before I even knew who Vegeta was, much less his son. But my thing is, I decided I wanted to have a different favorite in Dragon Ball Z than I did in Dragon Ball Base, because I felt like that was just only fair, because there's so many other characters. Get him, brother! And mind you, Future Trunks, or Piccolo at the time was it. But anyhow, we see Piccolo walking around, I guess it's probably like East City or Capsule City or whatever. No, it's not where Bulma lives. Anyway, I can talk about where it is. I don't remember. Die. And then we see, Future Trunks is also one of my favorites. Nice. We see the camera down alleyways and down dark corners and around like areas that we wouldn't usually see it. Everyone getting sucked. Yes. And then we hear, first of all, you hear Cell's feet steps. Never before like that loud heard. Like, you know, I don't know how to make the noise, but like it is crazy loud. And my thing is, you see Cell sucking motherfuckers. Like, you see, like, the last time we see Cell, or before we see, the first time we see Cell, like, sucking motherfuckers, he's getting to the strength level, plus his theme. Well, hey, hold on, let me get to his theme. Because his theme is fucking nuts. Like, Cell's theme is probably one of the best and most iconic out there, but people don't know that it's Cell's. And but also, people think that Cell had a different theme for each of its forms, which he do. But they're like not that different from each other, I don't think. Ooh. Yuki didn't answer me. I gotta figure day was. Oh, I got him. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, we see Piccolo like looking around trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. Where is this dude Cell? He was just here because I just saw these like energy signals go away. And then Cell appears. We see him in his grotesque insect-like form. Definitely some people's fears were not seeing this guy. His theme, I think, begins at this point here, which again, hard as fuck. It's crazy. We see Cell, and the thing is, I think it's the episode ends just like how Team 4 Star does it, where we doing all this looking around, all this cinematic, and like super scary stuff. Like we don't ever see this in Dragon Ball, especially like beforehand. And then you just hear Cell, hello, and it's just fucking nuts because we go like, who the hell is that? And then we have to wait a week to understand who the hell that is. And then Cell understands, mind you, that is not Cell yet. He does not have a name. They've decided to call him Cell after learning how his powers work and where he comes from. But before that, that was not Cell, that was just another android, a creature. That thing, I don't know what you want to call it, but it wasn't Cell. Anyway, Piccolo and Cell get to fight. And Piccolo at this time is not strong enough to do anything. He is kind of getting his ass whooped. And like, you know, my thing is, that happens to Piccolo quite a bit, and I hate to admit it. Piccolo is kind of used as a device to kind of show how strong people are, kind of like Thanos and Shadow. Thanos in like the comics, and also Shadow in the comics. Ow. Turn into a snail right quick. Thank you. Bitch. Like, every series has its Thanos, or Piccolo, or Shadow, or I want to say fucking oh my god, I'm trying to think of like one more and I can't even think of one more. I would argue fucking Bowser. Like, anyone who is gonna trouble the Mario world goes after Bowser and takes him out first. Or in Paper Mario standpoints, it's usually Bowser. In Kirby, it's DDD. Or Meta Knight, it usually kind of depends. It's usually DDD. But they always have this guy who's a constant villain, or like was a very strong figure in the group who gets beaten by the next like big guy to show, hey, this motherfucker is not someone to just mess around with, and this is how we show it. Wait, there we go. I could have posed on him, I just realized. Oopsie. Ow. Oh god. But like, Piccolo comes to the point where he's missing an arm, and we don't even see most of the fight. So he's gonna attack. He's gonna kick me again. This was later. This is a little bit later. Again, those spinny kicks are fire as hell. But Piccolo has one arm. He does not reveal to Cell that he can regrow his limbs. Mind you, once he does, it's really bad for Piccolo, but not bad enough for me to say like, oh, Piccolo was dumb here. But anyway, Cell, frogs. Cell is told, hey, since I'm gonna die anyway, I have one arm, I'm not winning this fight. Who are you? What are you getting up to? What the fuck are you doing in sucking people? Sucking all those guys in the metropolitan area. Why? And he goes like, well, I'm kind of a freak. Oh shit. Created by Dr. Zero to freak everyone I see. Meh, meh, meh. Need to suck the androids so I can freak them too and become the perfect freaker. I'm talking about you not answering this. That was a TF. Yeah, I know. Ah, piss. But Cell explains to him, blah, 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 I'm a freak. And Piccolo goes like, oh, cool. Did he just try to fucking... He was just... Wamu? Where's the honor in that? Turn into a snail. Bit. Oh, good. Fuck, what was I saying? Sorry, I was too busy looking at Wamu being a bitch. But now, Piccolo regrows limb, gets away, but then in doing so, which again, this is probably the best writing in Dragon Ball Z in my opinion, we see Cell go, can I do that shit? Interesting. I think I can do that shit. And like, he does it against like the fight against 18 and 16, but we'll talk about that later, or maybe we won't, I don't know. Your mama. Your mama. I'm not getting anywhere near the. Oh shit! Piccolo gets away. I don't remember how. I think he might just like use a funny move. But Piccolo gets away and explains to everybody, hey, Cell is his name, by the way. Mind you, I don't think Cell had a name, and they definitely came up with it. or at least that's what Team 4-Star says. I get my events confused because Team 4-Star is like the beginning of where my remembering of like specific conversations is, which sucks because I love the dialogue of Dragon Ball. Oh, we're both wind guys also. I should not have just now noticed this. This is round 2. Again, I'm talking about Dragon Ball far too much, and I'm sorry if anyone's watching this and is just a JoJo fan and doesn't like Dragon Ball. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, I get it. But just hear me cook, just please. Oh my god. Mamu! Okay. But my favorite thing about, like, this whole thing with Piccolo, mind you, this is where we see Piccolo shine. Like, we see Piccolo do some cool stuff here and there, but we see Piccolo come to terms with his past in some way, shape, or form and go talk to Kami. And for those of you who don't know, mind you, it's been 20 years. If you don't know by now, come on. Piccolo and Kami are 2 halves of one Namekian. We see him become a Super Namekian, which is just a Namekian to a lot of the people. When he goes up to Kami's lookout, past Korin Tower, all the way up there. What's up, Genki? How you doing, Renzo? To the tippity top, talks to Kami and goes, look, I know you're the guardian of the earth, but there's some shit going on down there, and you've got to help me stop it. He goes, why should I help your bitch ass out, Piccolo? All you do is cause trouble. It's like, it's been like 10 years since I've caused any trouble. But anyway, skip, blah, blah, blah. He convinces Kami to fuse with him, so then, 1, the Dragon Balls go away, which sucks. But also, so then Cell has, like, an enemy that he cannot defeat that is not in the time chamber right now. Piccolo shows back up and goes, I don't know where Cell is. Cell's good at hiding, that's what he does. But I know where Android 17 and 18 are, because they've been wreaking havoc everywhere. Lives been lost and shit like that, so I know how to get the fuck some attention. He goes and finds, mind you, the Sage Islands, that's where they are. He goes and finds Android 16, 17, and 18. And he goes, I'm about to beat somebody's ass. I don't know who it is, but one of y'all motherfuckers is done for. And he's able to pick 16, 17, or 18. I think it's actually more between 17 and 18 than anything. But again, don't quote me on that because I don't remember. I remember it was not 16. Sending love from Lubbock. Yeah. Lubbock, it's a place. It's a place. It's an area. We're not friends. Damn. Adam Hardfather. Ooh, he pulls on me too. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Ah, loser. Rifle da. There's Ice Bakugo in there too. Dude. Get the fuck off of me. But my thing is, Android 17, 16, and 18. I don't know why I said it in that order. But anyway. Frogs. Damn. Oh my god. I'm a curse on my own existence. Shit. But Android 16, 17, and 18 are there. Piccolo chooses to fight Android 17. If you were to ask me why, did your head get struck by lightning or what? I think I might die here unless I just block. Oh, here we go. There's no Deadeye Dick. There's no Deadeye Dick here. Got him. I just got a YouTube follower. What? A YouTube subscriber? Let me refocus here because I want to talk about more Dragon Ball. Fucking Piccolo and 17 are pretty evenly matched. I want to say maybe a little bit stronger than like a teeny bit stronger, like a teeny bit stronger is Piccolo than 17. But the thing is about 17 is all three of those androids, maybe not 16, have infinite stamina. That's built in. And my thing is, it is not good for Piccolo. Because Piccolo and 17, I want to say that 17 actually might have a little bit of a disadvantage. That's why I say Piccolo might be stronger. It might be just fighting experience, you don't know. But Piccolo is putting the hands on 17. He's doing very, very good. Considering how he was just doing against Cell, you would think that 17 would be more of a challenge, but again, fusing with Kami makes you a little different. Anyway, 17 and Piccolo are fighting. Piccolo is showing pretty visible damage, while 17, sadly, is not because of the infinite stamina. He's not slowing down any. And I would say probably more damage has been dealt to Piccolo because of the lack of stamina, or the lack of infinite stamina. Weird way to say that. But the thing is, at a certain point in the fight, which is pretty near where I'm talking about now, the dude shows back up, and the dude meaning Cell. Cell, after having sucked more guys in the metropolitan area, decided, I see these power levels spiking, but I only sense one. Therefore, that's got to be Piccolo and at least one of the androids. He shows up. Piccolo's tired, but Piccolo's also the only one, if he found him, to fight Cell and beat him without the need for help. But now Piccolo is tired, 17 is late, and also used up a lot of his, like, just general moves. So it's Android 17 and Piccolo who are just fighting and are also rivals against Cell, the true evil of this arc. First thing we see is Piccolo put some hands on Cell. Not a whole lot. Again, he is tired from getting 17ized. And my thing is, they're doing half pretty good. But, or no, actually, no, now that I think about it, we see all the cool stuff from Piccolo in the fight against Cell originally and the fight against 17 originally. But we don't see a whole lot of cool stuff from Piccolo and Cell here, because Cell has sucked enough guys in the metropolitan area to facilitate just simply not having to deal too much. Because we see Piccolo get walked down bad. Light Grenade does not work. Mind you, Piccolo did not use Light Grenade against 17. Maybe it was because he knew Cell was coming. Maybe some other second reason. Maybe he just didn't get to yet. But the thing is, 17 is pretty calm throughout most of the fight. Only time we see between my god, I said Goku. Between Piccolo and himself, 17 was not panicking at all, except for when he was surprised by Hellzone Grenade. And that's about it. He puts barrier up, he doesn't care anymore. He sees Light Grenade, he goes, holy what? If that hit me, I don't know if I would have lived that. He doesn't say that directly, but he's pretty much mentioning it in his mind. I don't think 17 would even mention that. He'd probably lose given it, but I think so. But Cell goes, okay, anyway. And he grabs Piccolo, lifts him up. Actually, no, he punches the fuck out of Piccolo first because he was going to do something else, or he told 17 to run. 17 was not listening to that. Cell picks up Piccolo, goes, nice fight, or I don't remember what he says, but some bullshit, and blasts a hole in his chest or stomach and throws Piccolo into the water. Then 17 goes, oh well, I saw him lose and he's stronger than me a little bit. I bet I could win. 17 gets kind of off screen. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I know it's not good for 17. I can't block that. Oh god. Oh god. Anyway, long story short, 17 gets sucked like a guy in the metropolitan area. Hate to say it, 17 does not put up a good fight against Cell here. Is that one frog? And 17, I love 17. Yo, I forgot it comes back. Boom! Nice. Come here. I can do my ult too, pussy. yeah, no, Piccolo loses that fight. 17 gets sucked like a Metro Call to the area guy, and we see Imperfect Cell, which I want to say is my least favorite Cell, but I mean it's kind of like a middle form Pokemon. It is kind of like the awkward in between of the cool stuff and the regular stuff that we were used to. Anyway, fucking Android 16 goes, 18, you got to get the fuck out of here. And goes, I can fight him. I'll put my paws up, you get out. 18 didn't listen either. She goes, no, I'm not leaving you. Sticking around. If I remember correctly, this is when 16 gets really damaged. I can't remember. That might be true. I remember 16 is damaged to the point where their mobility goes down to like a 1 out of 10 as opposed to the usual, whoops, as opposed to the usual like 10 out of 10 they can fly shit. But this is when Tien shows up, goes, don't know why y'all are still here. Leave. I'll take care of you. And then everyone goes, take care. Fucking you about to do that. Like, Piccolo couldn't touch him. Shin Kiko! I love this from Tien. Tien and Piccolo fans eat during the Cell Saga. But fucking, yeah, no, Shinki Koho goes crazy. He hits him for like, I want to say, long enough for a broken 16 and 18 to fly off to like islands, where it's multiple islands. He just, Shinki Koho, over and over and over again. Ki Ko Ho, holding back semi-perfect Cell. Like, this is Cell who's about as strong as the last time we saw Vegeta, give or take. Maybe a little bit weak. Probably around that level. Before Hyperbolic Time Turbo Vegeta, I should say. Ki Ko Ho, holding him down. And Tien faints. Skip. I'm gonna end this here. Fuck Super Saiyans. Fuck power levels. And fuck you. Stink. I love it. It's so sick. It's so sick. I love Tien. Team Force or Tien is probably my favorite iteration of him, but still. Okay, who the fuck am I gonna play as now? It's hot in here. Hold on.